It's a belter of a machine, that.
Bit annoyed I missed that.
There it is, it's dusty at the moment.
Unfortunately, we've had some not so good news.
Got a wee party of cows following me this morning.
Morning, Holly! There we are, we can't.
What a bee!
That's the lorry done.
Ah, you bandits!
Yeah, we're stuck. Another calf born this morning. Calf's had a belly full of milk. I've tagged it, naveled it. Another bull calf to chalk up. Unbelievable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're having a swap around, so we've shifted everything that was on that side to this side, and everything on this side back the way. Come on, you beast. There you go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. While we're at it, she's about to calve, so we're going to put her in a pen on her own. Just shifting some old fart that was at the back of the shed. We're getting to use it, and there's a wee calf just been born. Wee corker. Thankful of a few dregs kicking about. I think we had 10, 15 bags in that corner. This is 10, 15, 21, and I think it's got a bit of sulphur in there as well. So 10% nitrogen, 15% phosphorus, and what did I say, 10, 15, 21, and 21% potassium, something like that. Bruiser's just arrived. We'll get 10 tonne of barley bruised. We're needing some for the bulls, the store fattening cattle, and we're also needing a wee bit here for the cows. Big barley here, so we'll get this bruised up, ready for the coos. There it is, it's dusty at the moment, wait until the molasses tick kicks in. Oh, the dust starts coming this way. And the molasses fair gets rid of the stoor as well. I've just left Kev to load up the bruiser and get all that bruising done. Get this calf sorted out. There we go, heifer calf. Trying to get up already, born 10 minutes ago. Just on the way to a sprayer demo. We're not in the market right now for a sprayer, but that is the next kind of big piece of equipment that will be replaced. The sprayer that we've got at the moment is kind of 11, 12-year-old, so it's getting to the stage where it's not cost as much money in repairs or pieces and bits and bobs for it. So looking to probably get out well before things start going wrong with it, because old pieces of equipment, things go wrong, and sprayer pieces of equipment are expensive. We'll not be buying a sprayer tomorrow anyway, but within the next year or two.
Some machine like, it's just spraying water at the moment. Sensors on it, so fully levelling boom on it. 3 sensors on each side. Individual control, it's got all the bells and whistles, that machine. It's a belter of a machine, that. 36 metres.
Oh, this is a cool feature. These nozzles, they're actually electronically controlled, and each of the nozzles can kind of turn off and on as it's moving to change the flow rate, so your pressure is constant the whole time. Really smart feature.
Smart machine, very smart machine, very capable, very smooth. Basically no springs on that model. It's all hydraulically controlled in terms of boom leveling and all that. It's all hydraulic, so a spring when it compresses and comes back up always goes past level and bounces back and forward and then levels, whereas the hydraulic goes bang, dead flat. You can see that when it's spraying, it is totally dead flat. It's got 3 sensors on each boom, control the level of it across the field. So that model had individual nozzle control. It had the nozzles actually could be selected. The nozzles are automatically selected as your flow rate increases. So if you want your flow rate to increase, instead of the pressure increasing, basically the pressure tries to remain constant throughout spraying, and it alters the amount of nozzles that are spraying. So not just one nozzle at a time, it can put on other nozzles to keep the flow rate the same but not change the pressure. Means you can spray in worse conditions because your droplet size remains the same, and you don't get like a fine misty droplet that's lighter and wind can blow it away. Constant droplet size. That machine had all the bells and whistles, 36 metres, all the bells and whistles, so probably cost more than the tractor that was pulling it. we wouldn't be after all the bells and whistles, and also not that sure if we would go 36 or 28 meters yet. We'll figure that out in the future, because look, we're not going to be buying one tomorrow, but within the next year or two, that's the thing to look at next. So it's food for thought. Back from sprayer demo. Anyway, this calf hadn't had a sook yet. There's nothing in the belly. You can feel round about it and tell if it's full or not. Anyway, nothing in there. So I was going to put the cow into the headstock, but just shoved the calf under there, and the cow's relatively calm, so it's getting away there. It's sooking now. Kev's just been away with the flatbed, so he's taken the food waste, emptied that, picked up rapeseed meal to mix in with that pile of bruised barley, and they're empty boxes that used to have pig feed in them. Right, unfortunately we've had some not so good news with the cows and the calves. So the one you saw born this morning, this one, turns out it was a twin, which I did have fractions of a notion towards it being a twin. I came back after that sprayer demo, and the cow, you could see a wee bit of a hoof coming out there. This was quite a few hours later. So I've just had the cow in there to calve it. Obviously didn't get a camera set up or anything because I was in a rush to get it out because it'd been that long. Turns out it's coming backwards. That's the very first dead calf we've had on the farm. So we've had 30 odd this year and then 20 last year, all going fine. Probably not a bad ratio, but it's still not very nice. I'm going to show you what the issue was with the calf. I am going to show you the calf. It is dead. So if you don't want to see that, or you're not interested in seeing that, then skip to this time, and that'll take you past any images of a dead calf. While we wait for people just to skip and make sure they don't see that if they don't want to. Here is the first calf, twin number one, whose silver linings is healthy, happy, getting a drink. So that's the silver linings of it all. We've got one healthy one. The twin was a bonus, and you've got to be lucky and happy that you get one calf alive, but it's always not nice to get a second dead. Right, so here is the calf that died, unfortunately. So here's the calf here. What had happened, it was coming out backwards, which was first of all an issue. Second of all, this leg was stuck forwards and this one was pointing out the back. So basically meant from the rear quarter up here all the way down to this joint on the leg. It's really wide and it couldn't get out itself, so I had to push it right the way back in, get that folded out straight and then get it out. But obviously the umbilical cord had broken a while back and it wasn't able to breathe, and it just gutted. So that's put a bit of a downer on the day. We've got to be happy, I guess, with one healthy calf, because that's all we were expecting. It's one calf. Twins are a bonus. These things happen, that's part of it. Just crack on and keep looking after the rest of them. Hopefully pick up on the signals a bit more that there's twins. Bit annoyed I missed that. She's healthy, so I guess we're happy with that. Don't want to speak too soon, but it is the first dead one in 51 calves. Anyway, sorry to leave you on a sour note. Anyway, there's an electric BMW if you're interested. Today's actually 1 full year of doing YouTube. Deed calf to celebrate. Thanks. Wash this out, pack it up when it needs a grease. Definitely needs a grease. Gas tank got shifted yesterday, so they shifted it onto the pad that got poured. Here it is. There you go, it got shifted onto that pad, and they fused in a new piece of pipe. There's a joint in there, that's where it is, because the 50-metre reel only came to there, which is 2 metres short basically. Anyway, fused that in, so this is ready to fill in again, and that'll be the gas tank moved and done. It was behind those cars. There's going to be a chiller unit going there, so that's why we needed to shift it.